Ridley is probably one of the most interesting heavyweights. He's a top 20 of the heaviest characters in the game, having a weight of 107, and compared to other heavyweight characters, Ridley has a lot of mobility, having multiple jumps and a high amount of traction. His frame data is pretty decent compared to his other big boy counterparts. He's actually has the top 11 dash in the game, which means he sort of flips the wow, I'm big and this character is slow and bad archetype on its head. This is part of the reason why someone like me liked Ridley a lot. Ridley is actually one of my mains in Smash Ultimate, and I'm not even a Metroid fan at all, I just naturally liked his unique moveset. Ridley bodes a strong projectile, punish game, a nair you can spam for days, and plenty of strong moves like his smash attacks. All these positives tied to a character who is heavyweight, fast, definitely unique. In fact, I'm not gonna lie, it's crazy that a character that people thought was way too big to be in Smash made their way comfortably in Smash Ultimate's roster. Ridley has a lot of positives. He clearly has plenty of flaws too that keep him from being an incredible character. A lot of heavyweights fall under the trope of being camped, being combo food because of their larger hurt boxes, which is actually why a lot of them end up being low tiers. Ridley has earned his way into the C+ tier, being the 60th best character in the game. Definitely a character with flaws that changed a lot in HDR, so stay tuned to see how Ridley changed. In Smash Ultimate, Ridley is actually a beast in the air, and pun intended there, because technically a dragon. But jokes aside, this is one of the reasons I personally really like Ridley a lot. He has multiple jumps in combination with these really deadly aerials and approaches. It makes an opponent overcommit, and then Ridley can punish them by spamming nair, for example. That's what I did personally. But him having aerials like back air means he can edge guard, and he can use this for spacing. Up air feels like a pseudo melee Fox up air, as you can do up throw up air conversions that kill at later percentages. Down air has plenty of positives and negatives. Personally, I like using this move as a mix-up option on stage. However, it's got quite a bit of end lag, and if you use it off stage, yeah, you know where I'm going with this. It's normally beneficial to have a dive kick because it's a quick option to return back on stage, but the drawback is it's easy to punish. His smash attacks are quite good. His up smash reminds me of another Fox comparison, but Ridley's can be a great KO tool, and you can even start combos with it at lower percents. Down smash launches opponents upward and has plenty of coverage, but this move might not be Ridley's strongest smash attack, but it still has its usage. Forward smash, again another strong smash attack. While it doesn't have the most amount of range, it's extremely deadly as it can kill before 80% even center stage. His tilts have plenty of range, like F tilt being a keep away tool, down tilt and up tilt are Ridley's combo tilts. Even his jab's a strong reset tool. Funnily enough, Ridley's multi-jab can actually KO at 200%. Even his dash attack can KO as well. His throws can actually even KO at higher percentages, most notably his back throw that kills at roughly 150. Down throw can even be a low percent conversion tool, and up throw being a great way to start aerial combos. As far as Ridley's special moves go, they are somewhat limiting. Plasma Breath is a great edge guarding tool, although it's not really strong and neutral like a normal projectile would be. Plasma Breath has way too much startup and end lag to it. Ridley will stay stuck in the animation if he spits out multiple fireballs, and you can rack up damage with it quickly, sure, but the move definitely has flaws. Up special is like if Firefox could KO, you can do a vertical aerial combo and then kill with the top of up special. It's actually really fun to do. Compared to Fox's Firefox, Ridley's up special doesn't have access to a lot of angles. Ridley only has 7 angles to his up special, and if he gets stuck under the stage, that means he's most likely going to be dead. He can even bump into the stage on accident if he uses it, which is unfortunate for sure. However, I still like this move's utility for being a KO tool despite it being kind of strange. I like using it as a mix-up edge guarding tool for the lulz. Yeah, it's very flawed, but I still like it. Side special is a Ganondorf side special on steroids. It essentially grabs through the player even if they're shielding, and then it drags them on stage or off stage. I love this move. It's not only stylistically a cool concept for the character to have, but it's a direct reference to Ridley's boss fights from Metroid. Since this move goes through shields, it means you can't just freely hold shield on Ridley, as he has a move in his back pocket that can go through this. And if you're near the ledge and hold B, Ridley will throw the opponent in the air, which is beneficial for Ridley as this allows the opponent to go in the air where Ridley wants him to be, and then he can hypothetically edge guard them. This move has a lot of depth. You can even use it as a recovery tool, as it doesn't put Ridley in a helpless state, which is really good. However, it does have plenty of weaknesses, like its obvious amount of startup and end lag, and if you miss it, you're probably going to be punished, bust. It still is a great move that I love. It's a huge reason why I actually picked up Ridley, because it's really fun to actually hit this move. Down special is a move that people initially saw and they thought it was going to be completely broken. If you hit the tip of down special, the opponent will fall and gain 55%. And people immediately just thought this was going to be some jank, busted move. I love it. I know it's dumb. This move is not good actually at all. I like PK pulls for similar reasons. It's extremely risky to use. It puts you in an awful state if you miss it. It only deals 1% if you don't hit the sweet spot of this move. That's pretty bad. It's almost as if it's like a joke on you for trying to hit this move, as again it has plenty of startup, being 30 frames in total. In fact, this move isn't really that rewarding as the opponent is put into a get up situation, so you have to read where they're going to use their get up option in order to follow up with this move correctly. But when you hit it, my god, it's like hitting a falcon punch. You definitely know your opponent is mad, and that's why I low-key like using it. But also don't use this move, as even in the air it doesn't sweet spot, which is really dumb. Gee, I wonder if that will change in HDR. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Ridley is just too much of a jack of all trades. While he has plenty of good things on paper that make you a strong character, a projectile, strong smash attacks, disjointed attacks, spammable aerials. However, a lot of his positives have skewed to his negatives as well, due to his moveset on average having a lot of startup. Being a fast faller makes him a big target for being combo food. Some of his attacks appear really quick, while others are rather laggy. His recovery is incredibly flawed too. Some people think Ridley is a secret, underrated character, at least worthy enough to be possibly a mid-tier, but if you want a better version of Ridley, look no further than HDR Ridley. Alright, so the main buff you're going to want to focus on is down taunt. Ridley stands taller. Okay, this buffs his meme factor, it makes him more intimidating. In fact, I'm down if they made him stand even taller in the next update, but that's just me. Okay, sorry, actual changes are the following. One of the biggest ones is you'll notice right away, especially if you're a Ridley main, they gave him an extra jump. Yes, the flying dragon actually uses his wings more. This buffs his mix-up potential in the air, his recovery, and just all around getting an extra jump is huge. He did get some nerfs to his run speed slightly and air acceleration, but this is pretty universal in HDR because in combination with dash dancing and wave dashing returning, some of the characters' base speeds would be too fast. By the way, I know some of you want to see it. Here's Ridley's wave dash and dash dance. Another large change is what happened to Ridley's fireball. In Smash Ultimate, it's a chain of fireballs that falls downward and then makes a strong gimping tool. However, they changed it to be a much larger single fireball. This in turn does nerf the move in some ways, but it also buffs it tremendously. It actually reminds me a little bit of an Akuma style fireball where you can immediately follow up on the opponent, rush them down. So sure, some people might not like this change because it's different, but its utility actually changes how Ridley approaches with this move, as you can't really rush down opponents with it in Smash Ultimate because it has way too much end lag. Take it from some of the people in the HDR Discord. You can actually use Ridley's neutral B and neutral, so I'll take that. He has plenty of new moves like his new iteration of down special in the air. The move hits at a diagonal angle and it's super hype. To be honest, I understand why they changed down special in the air because the new version has way more potential and it's easier to hit. You can use it off stage to edge guard too, it's just super hype. Even the grounded version can be angled slightly, which is a nice change. Forward air was changed, and I find this move to be actually a better combo tool than the ultimate version. His down air was changed heavily, now being a completely different move. I won't lie, as a Smash Ultimate Ridley main, I was a little split on this change. I liked the dive kick in Smash Ultimate, even if its offstage usage is resulting in Ridley dying. I still liked it. I found out while I was practicing with Ridley that this move is an incredible tech chasing tool. It's something that Ridley can't do with down air in Smash Ultimate, as the move would just have way too much end lag before. This is actually a great change, but I'm sure some people might not like it right away. His jab now has hitboxes on the arm. This makes the move easier to hit. Down tilt got some changes to its animation. They made the hitboxes slightly smaller on this move while increasing its damage slightly. They tweaked back air's animation so the kick extends more with less damage, however. Up tilt has consistent knockback growth at 110. This makes the move a better tool at linking into Ridley's other attacks. If you like cheeky, weird tech, you can do this in the air. And yes, your eyes don't deceive you. You can do Ridley's forward smash in the air. It's sort of a an Easter egg on paper, but you can actually use this as a strong tool to make reads. I really love this change. To do this, you have to input forward smash after inputting neutral B in the air. Although Ridley's overall speed is slightly slower, he's no longer one of the top 10 fastest characters in the game, but, big but, they actually made his initial dash speed faster. It means Ridley is going to be slightly more aggressive, as you can rush in and do combos quicker than Ridley could do before. His ledge grab height was buffed. This is a nice recovery buff. Side special was given a buffed grab size. Up special, you can move Ridley slightly while inputting this move, so this is a nice recovery buff. He did get some nerfs. His short hop height was slightly lowered. His weight dropped significantly from 115 to 98. I'm pretty sure they did this to balance out his more aggressive parts of his moveset. This in turn means Ridley is a bit more of a glass cannon now. Some of his moves have slightly increased end lag and do less damage, like gnar notably. However, in my opinion, gnar is still a premier edge guarding tool and combo tool for Ridley still. Ridley feels way more aggressive, and they gave him plenty of buffs to balance that out in a very interesting way. It makes him feel more complete. He's still going to play into his strengths of the ultimate version, like doing up throw, up air confirms. I still love hitting the up special low key, even if you're not supposed to do that. As someone who mained Ridley in ultimate, like myself, I think if you played Ridley previously, you're still gonna like the changes and you'll get used to the new moves and the cool things like the extra jump input. Ridley is an example of a character done correctly in HDR. I love how they changed the character for the better. I reached out in the HDR Discord for comments on Ridley. As a final note, to really set the standard here, it took until this year for Ridley to get any noteworthy results in majors and ultimate. In HDR, Ridley won the first major despite not being the most overtuned character. And even still, Ridley makes impressive results thanks to players like Solar. To say the buffs did help the character's viability is a hilarious understatement. Shoutouts to everybody in the HDR Discord. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are doing swell. Also, if you guys want to support the channel in any way, there's a Patreon down below and also channel memberships.